my daddy, RONIN 47R.
Well, there you go, guys. Nothing for me to really tell you because she already said all of it there. So yeah, we are doing a garage talk, and it's been quite some time. You know, I'm going to give you an update on a couple of things. You know, that's what we do here in Garage Talk, is just hang out in the garage, watch some cool vids in the background, and I just kind of catch you up on some random things. Now, this particular video is going to be highlighting specifically as a main topic is how the grind is going for our channel, because I do have the, Grind the Channel campaign going on, and it's going to be going on for quite some time, it looks like, because, well, gosh, we have a long ways to go, and it's really, really important. You cannot get things done without the appropriate equipment, and the time has come. I mean, for those of you guys that are new to, hearing about what's going on, let me go ahead and fill you in. All right, so, when it comes to recording, and some of you guys do this, I'm sure. Some of you guys, just play the game or computer games in general. But when it comes to recording, there's a couple of things that you need to have in place in order to get the final product. Of course, you have your console, duh, and then you have it connected to your TV. Well, in between those things, you got to have some things set up here, and one of them is a game capture card. And the game capture card, of course, is connected to a PC. I shouldn't say PC, it's just a computer. Some of you guys use towers, use PCs. Some of us use laptops, what have you. I'm using the one and only thing that I do have, which is a laptop. It's a Dell. Is this a 13-inch screen? 14-inch screen. Anyways, it is an old Dell that I got for going back to school. I bought that, gosh, late 2012, early 2013. And it was pretty much just for for school stuff, so nothing crazy. Probably cost maybe $550-ish back then. So as you know, computer technology, any technology, doesn't stand still. Now, it's not about having the latest and greatest and just wanting to upgrade for the fun of it. But with technology, heck, look at your cell phones, look at anything like that takes updates and needs to run programs that are constantly being upgraded. Your computer stuff gets antiquated, gets old. So it's not that the parts are actually wearing down, although there is some of that going on in the world of computers. But in my particular case, the processor, which does the majority of the work, and the RAM, which allows it to hold jobs and feed it to the processor in a timely fashion, those are the big two components when it comes to this computer. Graphic card is important as well, but not for specifically what I'm talking about, which is producing videos for the channel. Now, when it comes to creating some videos, recording some things that are PC-based games, such as World of Warships, another wargaming company product, yes, that'll come into play a lot more. But if you're just talking about bare bones, it's processor and RAM. But everything is really needed to make this thing do what it needs to do. And so when it comes to creating videos, you are basically taking this computer and it's looking at a video, has audio, and it needs to track all the things that are on a file that have been recorded from the Elgato recording game card there. And then it needs to process it. You need to be able to manipulate it in an editing software, which adds even a further layer of complexity. And that's how you create a video. There's free, there's paid for, etc., etc. They come in different flavors, and you can go ahead and dress up videos however you wish based on the complexity of what bells and whistles come with it. But just even the most bare bones of software, it's a lot of work to be asking your computer to do. Now, once you've finally arranged everything that you want for your video, the visuals and the audio and the mixing of several different tracks, layering this thing up into again a finished product of video, it's not quite done. You need to go to the next step, which is producing the video. Some call it rendering, and basically you are now taking these assembled pieces and you're going to press a button. I'm oversimplifying it, and it spits out a finished one file product, which is your video containing all that stuff that you layered up. So you're creating a stew with many different types of ingredients. So that's where the complexity is, and it's very challenging. Now, prior to that, let's just talk about getting the raw footage together. The game capture card is a card. It's not really doing anything other than allow you to capture some video, but the real work, again, is burdened on the computer itself. So with that said, even before I even start to create a video and I'm just recording raw footage, you have your voice, you have the game's audio, you have your clanmates if you're platooned up, and that stuff is being recorded and captured, literally captured, and then you record that. And so when it's capturing all these different tracks, all these different nuances, it's very hard on the computer to keep all of that straight, because these are frames per second and things are flying around, and you don't want stuttering, you don't want broken graphics, you don't want misaligned audio. So what happens is when the computer becomes overtaxed, it either A, just chews up your video, so it is just thrashed. Best case scenario is it just only modifies it such that you have a warped recording, for lack of better words. Sometimes you will even have an out of sync audio, and so on and so forth. So there have been many times where I just have to keep this thing recording, because I lose so much data, I lose so many files from things being corrupted in one form or another, one level or another, that because of my computer's lack of ability to be counted on, there's so much raw footage that I never share with you guys. I share only a fraction because it gets chewed up, or it is so damaged, I can't even show it to you. It'd be a waste of your time. So, we started this channel grind. So now I filled you in, a little lengthy, but at least you had the entertainment there in the background. And let me go ahead and show you that there are a couple of ways. If you follow me on, Facebook and Twitter, there's different ways, and of course the videos themselves, 2 different ways to go ahead and assist. Now, the 2 things that I have set up, and I've been listening to you guys, and a lot of you guys said go ahead and start a GoFundMe account. So in addition to the original, PayPal, is a PayPal me account, which I'll go ahead and show you right here in a moment. I also have set up the GoFundMe account as well, allowing whatever you choose to do, go for it. Now we have, let's see here. Let me go ahead and show you the information here. All right, so as I was saying, you can see here, this is an update that I have just released today from the GoFundMe account. And trying to get that thing out on the different social media sites so that you can see it. And of course, I'm putting it here. And so basically, I'm just saying, the Grind My Channel update, as of today, which happens to be the 2017 is the year. It's March, and it is the 15th of that month. We have right now, this very moment, we have 2,754 subscribers, which is very, very cool. And I really, really appreciate that. And that's so great. Now, of those almost 2,800 subscribers, we've had 29 people. You did hear me correctly, 29 people. Out of almost 2,800 subscribers, out of the kindness of their heart and the belief in our channel, they went ahead and stepped up and they threw a couple of coins at us. And it's just been very humbling and overwhelming at the awesomeness that they've shared with us here. So as you can see here, this is the GoFundMe page there, and you can go ahead and donate and write whatever little message you want to me. Also too, we have not only the GoFundMe page, but we also have the PayPal page here. And it looks like this. So anytime that you want to go ahead and, I call it throwing a buck for luck, because, literally, if we have close to 2,800 subscribers, and if each person were to put in just $1, we would be so far in the right direction and so close to getting that PC. It would be a very short campaign. But again, we have had 29 people assist, and bless their hearts. I mean, I'll tell you what, we are over $300 in the right direction, which is super great. And it's just sitting there waiting to reach the goal so that we can go ahead and get the tower, the computer that this channel deserves. And that way it can produce the videos that you guys in turn like to see and deserve to see. So when you see any of these messages, or you see any of the Grind My Channel campaign things, just remember this is what we're talking about here, and I really do appreciate all the help that you guys do for us here. Also too, again, just mark those locations down so you can go ahead and keep that in there. I don't know what's in your budget. I don't know how your life works, but I mean, I don't know, $1 a month, $1 a week. Who knows how fast we can accomplish this, but again, just a buck for luck. So Guys, I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to the video and continue sharing some information with you. So take a look at this. And feel free to continue watching the this video here, a series of games where, you know, this was some games I was saving up for this video, for the background stuff here. And in fact, this tank right here is on sale right now, so I thought it was kind of appropriate for you guys to check it out. And this was a game with a TD as well that I've thrown into this batch of games here, and they're pretty decent with lots of pens. A lot of action there. This is during the time when we're having the you know, earning points for the German nation. But continuing on with the garage talk here, we've talked about the grind the channel. Super appreciate it. You will be seeing that you know, in every video, some type of mention of it visually, if not spoken. So just go ahead and be aware of that. And I do appreciate you guys continuing to assist. Also, too, in another news today, you know, we're just receiving the update that just came out this week here, the March, you know, 14th there. 2017, and it's just yet another step forward in trying to make this game better. So far, Wargaming has not jumped the shark, and good job for you guys in the past who have correctly named that from Happy Days. But you know, the game is pretty darn cool. I still love World of Tanks. There are still definitely things that need to be fixed, but one of the things that need to be addressed, that if you haven't heard about it during this last update, was the crews. You know, during the update, if you happen to have had a crew that was in a premium tank and you updated, and you know, because you have to in order to play, right? And then it's updated and you jump in your garage and you go to a premium tank that you've previously used that has a crew, and you're like, hey, I'm going to take my guy and put him back in his original tank, the tank that he normally lives in, and I'm going to go ahead and take that thing out for a spin. Well, with this latest update, they do have a bug. They're aware of it. They are working on it. We're hoping that it's going to be done, if not today, then hopefully tomorrow. But that's the latest information on that. And the bug is that when you go to move your crew from a premium tank into its regular tank, they're going to charge you money. I mean, they're not treating it like a premium tank. It's like just reassigning a crew member, which of course gets very expensive, and that is no bueno. So I have a series of guys, a couple of guys in premium tanks that are literally just sitting there because I'm not going to spend money on someone else's mistake. And speaking of spending money, as you know, I am an avid tank collector for both the fun of it, but you know, step one, of course, is for the for you guys, for the channel, because you guys are the channel. Together we make up the channel, and hard to see videos and reviews on things when I don't even, well, own them or play them. That doesn't even make sense. Hence, I like to go ahead and collect those bad boys and show you various things. Now, speaking of which, you know, with this gold and the packages, you know, they're getting a little on the expensive side. Here's my editorial. They're getting a little expensive side. They've been doing it for quite some time. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not super salty about it, but I'm just going to go ahead and be clear that they are doing too much of the offering of a tank with too many extras. And then oftentimes they're going to make you wait for it. I mean, I understand the business plan. I get it, but I'm also entitled to my opinion, which is I think it sucks. So not a big fan of that. The Rudy, the T-34-85 premium tank, just came out, and I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and get that tank. However, I'm going to wait for it to come out in its least expensive rendition, because again, I just don't feel, it's just gotten to the point where they're releasing so many tanks. It's such, I understand they're in it to make money, and I get it, but rare tanks are not rare. We used to, I personally, I and my friends used to look forward to a tank coming out, and it was a rare treat to have the opportunity to get a tank, and it was doable when it would come out once in a while. But it feels like there are tanks for sale every 5 seconds. Rares are no longer rare, and I've seen so many times where I feel like I've kind of got burnt, where I would purchase a tank that is called rare, you know, or you know, get this tank before it goes away, you know, and you get it, and then lo and behold, they're offering it again just a month later. We can name so many tanks that are similar to that. The only tanks that I've seen so far that they have been doing the right thing by is the black tanks. I am going to be honest with you, I'm not going to hold my breath, because I will bet you $1 they're going to go ahead and release those things again But I think it's inappropriate. It's not elitism. It's just, I don't know, being rewarded for being a fan who steps up and contributes to the game, and keeps them in business with the the purchasing. Like back in the old days, you get a founders pack, and a founders pack was just like a holy grail of pretty much, if you were not a founder, if you were not there in the very beginning, you're not getting those tanks. Very elitist? Maybe, but it was only a couple tanks, and you're welcome. You're welcome for participating in the beta and being with you from the beginning and that sort of thing. But of course, people are going to complain and say, well, I want that tank too, and I get it. Very cool. So, happy medium. Once a year, this package, the Founders Pack, came out again after a year. And I say, you know what? That is totally appropriate. If you are going to keep a tank rare, then keep it rare. And you are allowing other folks the chance at it. But you know what? You're controlling the supply, which makes sense now, because that's what rare tanks used to be. And premiums used to be a very special oddity in that it was hey, what are you driving there? What's that? I haven't seen that before. And it, brought up a lot of conversation. It was really fun. It was unique. And it sprinkled in some fun flair out on the battlefield. I don't even know what to call it. But now, it's all the tanks seem to have, if not only a couple, you will be able to get them. Why should I buy a tank now when I know that the tank is going to be available in a month, in 2 months, maybe 3 months? I don't know. Various tanks have been sold over and over and over again, and that's fine. If it's going to be the T-127s or the Locust or, some of the basic tanks, maybe an Excelsior or something, okay, it's kind of the run-of-the-mill meat and potato tank, that's fine. But, some of the higher end tanks and whatnot, it just seems like they're, I don't know. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. I don't know how to really explain it. People are going to say, well, you don't have to purchase it, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about if you're going to call it a duck, then call it a duck. If it walks like a duck, has feathers, etc. But, don't go around calling tanks that are rare, rare when they're being sold all the time. Anyway, so that was just my catch up with you guys regarding the grinding of the channel. Just kind of getting some 2 cents out there in regards to all of the marketing. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to the store. Instead of turning on World of Tanks, I'm turning on World of eBay or World of go buy a tank. It's just too many commercials, But anyways, so that's that. Now, the last part of this video here is just because I don't know how many of you guys even saw it, but I threw in the last clip here from a game where, part of the operation, kind of a segment of history here, where, the Germany operation complete, tank bowl action there, boom, so you guys kind of got to see what that looks like when we were earning points for whichever nation it was that, of course, that you were fighting for. So that is that. Guys, I really hope that you enjoy these videos. I really hope, and a friend of mine told me, he says, don't even go ahead and ask for it. You know what I mean? If you need help, get this thing going. That's what all the other YouTubers and streamers do. So guys, feel free to throw in a buck for luck, and I really appreciate it. And thanks for just being a part of this channel. All right, guys, take it easy, and I'll catch you later. Girls, you said you had something you wanted to ask them?
Do you guys like our channel? Then please donate and keep our channel running.
Well, that was a nice thought, girls, but you know what comes next?
If you are receiving this transmission, you are one of the 47 Ronin. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.